Tattoosoul, die Plattform für professionelle Tätowierer.
All right. So Las Vegas convention, and I got the Kirk on my side.
That's right. We're here in Vegas. This is my first time in Vegas for a tattoo convention. So far, so good.
You enjoying the convention?
Yeah, it's there's a couple of good friends here and stuff, Bob Tyrell, and of course the people from Stigma and stuff. So I'm having fun.
So tell me, how did you get into the tattoo business?
Oh wow, it was an accident. I was in the music business for a long time, and of course, but I was doing a lot of art designs and things like that, album covers and stuff, and also just drawing up tattoo designs for my buddies, in the music biz, and they would all take it to the same guy to get tattooed, and he kept seeing my designs, and so he called me and said, "Would you like to learn how to do this for a living?" And I was like kind of cocky and pompous, and I said, "No, man, I'm in a band, and I don't need this right now." And anyway, about 3 weeks later, I called him back. I said, "Yeah, please take me, man. Please take me in. I want to learn." So that's how it started.
Yeah. And how long you were in the business right now?
Almost 20 years. Yeah, long time.
3 weeks later, yeah?
3 weeks later. That's what it feels like. Yeah, it went by real fast. But right now I've just got sort of a whole new. I don't know what's going on in the tattoo business right now with it. I think it's sort of becoming a fine art. I mean, really highly qualified, highly talented people are coming into this business now, and so it really forced me to get my game on, because when I came into it, it wasn't like that. We had guys like Guy Aitchison and those guys that I used to follow, and but now like the portraiture work and things like that are so intense. You can tell these guys are like art school graduates and stuff. So I have to keep up with that. So it's been a challenge, but honestly, not to keep plugging Stigma, but when I started using the rotaries from Stigma, it really helped my career, because I was able to slow things down, and I was able to start layering and paying attention to how other guys are doing things, and it worked. In the last year and a half, my career's just gone through the roof again, and it's been like 8 years since I really cared. So.
It's quite 20 years and 1.5, and changed so much.
Yeah.
Would you say you learned more in the last 4 years than the years before?
It's gone in spurts. There's been times where I've learned a lot, and then there's been years where I thought I knew it all. To tell you the truth, people were coming to me all the time. I stopped putting my work out in magazines. I got lazy, and then I noticed about 3 or 4 years ago all the new kids that were coming in, the Nico Hurtados and Mike DeVries and all those guys, and I was like, I've got to keep up. So I put my nose to the grindstone on this, and started changing equipment. Went over and hung out with Mike, and he told me what to use, which was Stigma, and suggested that, and I've been hooked up with them ever since. Love using rotaries and all the new colors and stuff. Things have changed so much, but I didn't know that, because I was sort of hiding in a cave for a lot of years, thinking I knew it all. You can get stuck in your ways after being in. So now it's really exciting for me. I kind of feel like I'm starting over again. You have to stay modest, and you have to realize that the people that are better than you are the people that should be inspiring you and not scaring you. You know what I mean? Because there's always going to be dozens and dozens of people better than you, if not hundreds or thousands, whatever. It's just you need to not be scared of them. You need to look at what they do and see if you can grab some of those techniques just by visualizing it, and even drop your ego. Just drop your ego, and I did. I went over. Mike DeVries been tattooing for like 9 years, right? I've been tattooing for 20. I walked into his shop and said, "I need some help. What kind of machines are you using? What are you doing? Do you mind if I sit down and watch you work?" And he was gracious. He said, "Absolutely, come on in, Kirk. Have a seat, man. I admire you. I've known about you for a lot of years." And so we had this connection already, and so I learned a lot from him, and it didn't take much, And so since then, I mean, my tattooing has improved 1,000 times, and also I'm back into oil painting and everything. So it's I'm coming out of hibernation. It's really fun. It's good. You know, this is my last hurrah. I'm no spring chicken, so I want to go out with a bang in the last 5-10 years. You know, so I'm having fun. We're doing a lot of conventions now and a lot of guest artist spots and stuff like that. I'm traveling around all over the place. I've never done that before, so I'm starting all over again, and it's fun. And you know, this summer I had 4 full features on me come out in magazines, and I just tattooed, you know, a major TV star from the series True Blood, and she was on the cover of Tattoo magazine, and I had these features come out, and you know, all my networking pages like Facebook and stuff went from like 2,000 to 15,000, and I was like, wow, you know, it's great because you know, 10 years ago, when tattooing wasn't what it was now, I was kind of a big fish in my town. And so I didn't think I needed to do any of this work, you know, publicity work or anything like that. But now you really have to, because everybody's kind of out there. I mean, there's sponsorships and things like that now. It's weird, you know. I'm like, what? You know, guys getting paid, you know, like ink companies paying guys to go out and do conventions for them. I never knew about this before. It's really gotten very commercial, but in a good way, you know. I like it now.
And what do you think how it's going on for the next 10 years? How will it change? What do you think about it?
I don't know. I really don't know, because I'll tell you, in 1995 or whatever, when I started in like 92, something like that. I don't know what the year was, but, you know, I remember reading an article with Guy Aitchison. Do you know who he is? Yeah. And he said, you know, I can't quote him exactly, but he said, tattooing is a trend. It's going to fade out and only the strong will survive. Well, it kind of turned out to be wrong, because it's been growing steadily, and then it wound up on TV. When it wound up on TV, it let the whole world know what quality tattooing is, you know. Whether you're against, you know, LA Ink and all those shows, what it did was it opened the eyes to the whole world that you can actually get really beautiful artwork on your body. And so people expect a lot from you now too. They don't expect little butterflies and little dragons and flash pieces anymore. It's not what it's about, you know. People are educated in tattooing, you know.
You told me already that you're working with a stigma. What do you think is the main fact why you use this machine?
You know, there's a lot of new rotary companies coming out. It's real popular. There's been a lot of changes in the tattoo machine world, going from Numas and stuff like that, you know, the air-powered machines. And when I got hooked up with my first stigma, I bought it. I got it at a good deal from a friend of mine. I needed to send it in for repair, okay? And it was just one of the million that does that. And when I did, I got a letter from I got an email from the owner, Petra, and she was so sweet. The customer service was so amazing. Now, by the way, I own like 6 or 7 of those machines now, and not one of them has gone wrong. It was just a fluke. She said, yeah, every once in a while we get a bad motor. We'll get it back out to you. And really, to me, it's the customer service, the friendliness of the people there, you know, and I'm dedicated to that. Once I find people that I really love, but on top of that, it's the quality of the machines. You know, there's a lot of rotary machines out there right now, but there's nothing that is so easy to clean, so versatile, especially if you have a few of their models, because they all do different things. Versatile and really, pardon my French, but fucking sexy machines. You know, I like to use a tattoo machine that looks cool, you know, and they look cool, and they're light. And now I'm using disposables, which I didn't use before, disposable tubes. So all of a sudden my hand, after 20 years, you know, of tattooing, is free. It's light, and I can also hear my music. You know, I can hear my music. They're quiet. But the most important thing is that I've taken on a new style of tattooing, which is layering. Lots of layering and colors and this and that. And the Stigma machines hit so precisely that there's no vibration, so the skin gets less irritated. There's hardly any redness on the skin after the tattoo is finished. I can photograph the tattoo that day instead of waiting till it heals, and it looks like it's been on there, you know. I mean, and you know, and at first they slowed me down a little bit, but that's what I needed, because I was moving too fast. You know, a lot of guys want to move real fast through tattooing. Quality tattooing takes time, you know. So, but they have different models that are going to move faster, and that's what I like. I have all the models, and I keep them in a silver case, and I lock them up every night. Even though I work in a private studio that nobody else comes into, I still lock them up and take them home. So yeah, they're my pride and joy, man. I love those machines. Yeah, and the family that comes along with it, because I know if I need something, they're gonna be right on it with me. They take care of their artists. Yeah.
Tattoosoul, die Plattform für professionelle Tätowierer.